welcome back to another interview here on Toned In Entertainment. Today, we're at Generation Championship Wrestling, the Diamond Cup show, and I'm joined by Alyssa Marino from Let's Get Serial.
Hello, and hello, my friends. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm really excited. This is going to be a really fun show.
Now, you are here. You are the guest announcer as well.
Yes.
Here.
Yes. So I'm doing ring announcing. I'm gonna hop on commentary a little bit. Okay. I'm mixing it up. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's a lot on my mind with these competitors. So.
Well, you obviously have a great YouTube channel, so you definitely like to talk just like I do. And I think this is the perfect thing. Come here, wrestling, talking, chatting, right?
I get to talk about all the things I love to talk about. The only thing missing is cereal, but that's okay. That's okay. I had it this morning, so
okay.
It's fine.
I was gonna say, like, it'd be great if you were out there at the commentary booth, just randomly just eating cereal while the matches are going on.
That might have been unlistenable commentary with all the crunching, but I am not opposed. I'm not opposed to it.
We'll keep the cereal for the podcast, but not for like the
fair.
Right.
Fair. There's serious business going on.
Right. Know? This is like a pay-per-view out here today too.
It is.
Right?
It's huge. This is such a high level. It's the second annual Diamond Cup tournament, and this is what's really wild is that the winner of the tournament not only gets the Diamond Cup, but they get a title match of their choosing in GCW. So it doesn't necessarily have to be even the women's title. This could be anything. This could be tag title. Like, there's so much that can happen, and I'm really excited about that.
Right, and they get to rock that giant medallion as well, right?
It's pretty sick, the Generation Medallion. It really is.
Yeah, if you guys, I mean, we're here 2 hours before the show, and everybody's here trying on this medallion, wanting to take pictures with it.
Where? I want to try it.
Oh, no, we got to go out there and take pictures with it for sure before
Obviously.
the winner takes it home tonight.
I know. They'll have to, like, dust my fingerprints off of it, everyone's fingerprints off of it, because, yeah, everyone wants a piece of the Generation Medallion for sure.
Right. Now, you're an interviewer, and I'm an interviewer, right? So I know how it is when you want to start off an interview, and sometimes people are a little nervous. But I've noticed with your podcast or with your YouTube channel, what I really like about it is that you start off with cereal. And immediately, as soon as somebody takes that first bite of cereal, a smile goes on their face, and then it kind of seems like smooth sailing from there.
It was really part of what... So, I mean, obviously I love cereal. So it kind of just started with me eating cereal, and that's all well and good. But when I started doing the interviews, it made so much sense because eating is something I think that takes people into a comfort zone. So they feel a lot more at ease during interviews. But also what I think really works is, of course, I encourage, talking with your mouth full on my show. It's a safe place. But when people have time to kind of like sit and ponder, they feel less pressure of like, oh, question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. So I think that gives them a little bit more kind of thinking time where it doesn't feel awkward. It just feels like, a normal cadence of eating and having a conversation over a meal.
Right, the one particular interview that I'm referencing, and she's here today, is Jordan Blade.
Yes.
And she started off talking, and as soon as you're like, hey, grab your Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the smile on her face was as big as like a kid at McDonald's when you're 5 years old getting a Happy Meal. And from there, just like, not that she wasn't going to be a great interview to begin with, because I'm sure she is, because she would kick my ass if I said she wasn't. Yeah. But just the smile came over her face, and it just, like, I felt like I was just watching YouTube chat, and that's what I really like about your channel.
That was honestly like one of my favorite interviews, and one of my favorite guests was Jordan Blade. It was just what an amazing individual and just such great energy. But I mean, even someone like Kelsey Reagan, who's pretty menacing.
Love Kelsey.
We love Kelsey Reagan, but had a bowl of cereal on Let's Get Cereal. Elvira, the kitty of darkness, was coming into the shot every now and then. And I think it just makes it a really kind of lighthearted experience, even when you have someone that's a bit more on the serious side.
Yeah, speaking of serious side, I also saw you did something with the Machine Brian Cage as well. How freaking cool is that?
He eats a lot of cereal.
I'm sure he does. He is a massive dude.
Yeah, and not shy about chewing with his mouth full, as you'll see on. There's actually 2 interviews, because one was after a show, and I think they were tearing down the ring. It was like one of my very first interviews, and it's you can't hear anything. We had a great chat, but you can't hear it. So yeah, there's 2 of those on Let's Get Cereal.
Right? Does anybody get to tell Brian Cage not to chew with his mouth closed? Right?
Never. I was like, please, anything, whatever you say.
Yeah, I did get to meet him a couple weeks ago at a show down in Miami. Awesome guy, and
for sure.
Definitely a guy I would love to have on the channel. Now, who is somebody that you're waiting to have on your channel?
Ooh, so I have to say we've been in talks about it, but Shelly is a huge cereal fan, so hoping to get him lined up on the show as a guest sometime soon. I would also love to have Thunder Rosa. I think we talked on a mission with Emily May and Melanie about doing like a Thunder Rosa cereal. Thunder Rose, I think we call it. I forget. Thunder Crunch, something like that. But yeah, I think she would be an awesome guest for Let's Get Cereal. So
I think it has to be a little spicy, right? Like it's something a little different.
It could be, or just something that along the lines of grape nuts. Maybe it's just something that's really like tough and crunchy.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah.
And why not? Thunder Rosa, she has her own comic book. She's got action figures. She's got everything coming her way. Why not a cereal?
Why not a cereal? Add it to the merchandising. It
Right.
sells itself.
Come on, Mission Pro Wrestling advertising that cereal, it'll go like that, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, what is your favorite cereal of all time?
My favorite cereal of all time is Golden Grahams. Now, I say this, it's a little bit of an underdog, but Golden Grahams to me gets less soggy, less quickly. The bits stay in their shape a little bit better, so you don't get all like that powdery fluff at the bottom of the box of cereal. I feel like I get, more bang for my buck, more bite for my buck, I guess. And I overall just love the taste. Now, I did see Cinnamon Toast Crunch is doing a crossover with well, it's kind of like a graham cracker Cinnamon Toast Crunch, so it's going to kind of be like a hybrid situation. I haven't tried it yet. I want to get my hands on it, but I have my eyes peeled for those. But right now, it's Golden Grahams.
I like Golden Grahams. It's like the classic from like back in the days, right?
So good, right? Yeah.
It's like I've tried a lot of these like gimmicky cereals lately, and they're pretty disappointing, to be honest.
A lot of it is just gimmick,
Yeah.
I mean, to the point that I love Thunder Rosa, but how good would Thunder Rose taste? If
It would be good.
I think it would be pretty
very
good.
good.
But maybe it would be more of like a texture thing that we enjoy. I don't know, because I feel like it comes along the lines of like I had it was like Kiss Funko Pop cereal that we tried, and like I think it was black but red, and it like looked like Gene Simmons' blood. I don't know. It was really weird. But yeah, I do know what you mean about like gimmicky cereals and how they can be kind of iffy taste wise. So
Right, because a lot of those Funko Pop ones, I've tried a couple of them, and they're like the same flavor for like doesn't matter what theme it is.
Different colors out. Yeah.
It's like Ghostbusters, but it was the same as this one, this one, this one, this one. They're all green.
Yeah.
It's the same one. They just put a new box.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, I thinking you probably get pigeonholed in because you do the cereal thing. Like when you go out to eat, do people automatically think you're just going to have cereal everywhere that you eat?
Every time I eat something that isn't cereal, I feel like I'm betraying cereal. Isn't that bad? But no, I have a lot of other, I just love to eat. So I eat a lot of things besides cereal, contrary to what you may think. I'm a big carb fan. I just love bread. So I'll just anytime I think I posted a picture of like me eating, like I'm Italian, so like bread with the olive oil and the seasoning. And I was just like, it was so good. I was like, I'm sorry, it's not cereal. So, but yeah, it does feel weird. It feels weird even to me when I eat things that aren't cereal.
Right. Because I just imagine once somebody is known for something, it's just like, hey, but you're not eating cereal. It's like, I'm sorry, but Subway is right here, and this is all I've got to work with here,
I also like Taco Bell. I'm sorry.
Right?
Nah, and people are pretty, they don't give me too hard of a time. I think I give myself more of a hard time than like people online do. So.
Okay. Well, I'm just thinking, not even in line, maybe just in person. Somebody sees you and they're like, hey, what cereal did you eat this morning?
It's like, I actually had oatmeal. I'm sorry.
You had oatmeal. This interview's over.
That's it.
I'm trying to get cereals.
We always get cereal.
Interview, right?
We always get cereal.
Now let's talk a little professional wrestling, because we are here at Generation Championship Wrestling. Why is it important for people? Of course, there's lots of great wrestling on television. Yeah. But why is it important for people to come out to these local shows like this?
Because this is the scene that needs your support. This is the scene where so many new talents and established talents are spreading their wings and showing what they can do. They don't have, necessarily the same guidelines or the same limitations that they might have on some bigger stages. I think this is something where it really breaks down kind of what makes a competitor, and it strips it down to bare bones, and you really can see people thrive and do what they love to do. And I think that the passion comes through, the energy comes through, the energy will come through from the crowd here at Egypt Shriners. So I definitely think that the indie scene is where it's at.
Right. I think pretty much, I'm going to say 90% of the ladies here have either also been on AEW or WWE TV at some point.
It's true. And I think it's something where you can see them in their element, and you can see them maybe do more than you got to see them do in other matches. So I think that it's really kind of cool that maybe you first learn their name through an appearance on a mainstream programming, but like dig deeper in and see like what matches make them really proud.
No, it really is true, because when you see them on AEW Dark or NXT, they're essentially enhancement talent on those shows, and they'll get in there, they'll get a couple moves in here. When you come to the shows, this is where I think these ladies really shine at.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's something where it's exciting to see when performers are let loose to do what they do, all of the magic that can happen.
Yeah, no, again, we talked about some of the ladies being on both AEW and WWE. Mm-hmm. Kelsey Heather was on both shows in one night, and she's here as well, too.
With a full hair and makeup entourage, dazzling Kelsey Heather. I'm so excited to see her in action tonight. We have like a lot of really great competition on this event tonight.
Yeah,
so.
Is there like one match that's really standing out to you tonight? I hate to put you on the spot because every match on this card is good. But is there one match that just gets that little nudge tonight?
So on a personal level, because again, all of the matches are incredible, but on a personal level, so when I first got my start as an announcer, as a commentator, I started on the West Coast, and two people that I would see all the time and who saw each other all the time are Sandra Moon and Heather Monroe. So I'm really excited. They haven't faced each other in, I want to say maybe 2 years. So to see how they've each gone different paths and grown leaps and bounds, to be able to have these like full circle moments where they get to reconnect here at GCW, I am super pumped for.
Okay. Well, I mean, Let's Get Serial, I feel it's already established. What are any future plans for the YouTube channel?
Honestly, I'm just keeping to get more cool guests, more exciting content on Let's Get Serial, and maybe even more kind of like I did a GCW Diamond Cup breakdown, maybe do more stuff like that, because I am trying to do more commentary for different companies, so maybe doing more tying not only wrestlers or wrestling personalities into interviews, but maybe some more match breakdowns or something like that, if that's something people would like.
Yeah, and I actually really did enjoy your GCW breakdown for this. I mean, it was like 8 minutes long, but you know, it was very engaging in the way it was presented. You carried it very well.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Is there anything else we should know going on with you coming up here soon? Any interviews in the bag that are getting ready to be released?
We do. We have, depending on when this comes out, I mean, every Saturday I have new interviews coming up. I have one with Marina Shafir that's going to be coming up. That was a lot of fun to sit down and chat with her, and some extra special guests that, you know, you'll have to watch and see to figure out.
No spoilers here.
No spoilers. And yes, that's kind of what I have going on. I have a couple guests lined up that I'm really, really excited to chat with. And then I'm still doing content on my Patreon to support Let's Get Serial. I just got t-shirts made for Fully Gimmick, so you can get Let's Get Serial t-shirts at fullygimmick.com. Yeah, and then just kind of catching me on my social media to see where I'm going to be. Usually, you know, trying to get across the whole country of different promotions that let me talk about their product, and I'm really excited about.
Now, I know a lot of people just talk about it, right? They want to start up their own YouTube channel. They want to start this. Like, what made you say that, you know what, I'm finally going to do this. This is what I want to do.
You know, I think it was one of those things where enough people had mentioned it to me that it just felt like if I didn't do it, what would they say kind of thing. Maybe it was a little peer pressure. If I'm like, well, you know, so-and-so did say I should do this, and if I don't, maybe they'll stop, making suggestions like that of things that could help me. So I think whenever I get helpful advice, I want to follow through on it so that even the person that gave the advice doesn't think I'm, blowing them off. Maybe that was it. But it worked, and it was enough to, give me the swift kick in the behind to make some content, make some stuff happen.
Well, I like that. It's like, I feel like it's one of those things, if you're thinking about it, just do it.
Just do it. Because if you think about it too much, you won't do it. So you'll talk yourself out of it every time. So
right. Now, besides, I'm sure just probably with your life in general, with you, I know how time-consuming a YouTube channel is. It's very time-consuming. When you do have some free time, what are you doing for fun?
Oh my gosh, so I'm always eating, trying new restaurants, or, ordering out locally wherever I can. Not always cereal, sorry. I love reading. I like to read. I read a lot of fantasy and science fiction. Trying to not be on social media as it consumes my life so much. So just trying to read more, and I study languages, and granted it's on my phone, but I do little language games. So I'm currently learning Italian, and just little fun stuff like that. I like to learn. So.
Okay. Is there anything else besides Italian that you're learning, or that you have learned?
I was studying Spanish for a while. I want to get back to that once I master all of my Italian skills. I wanted to learn to juggle, but I never followed through on it. That's pretty much all I could think of.
Do you know how easy it is to juggle?
No.
Look, I'm juggling right now.
Well, but you throw the actual stuff into the mix. I feel like it's very different. I'm not very coordinated, so that's been tricky for me.
Well, the joke, I was trying to make a joke from The Office. I don't know if you've ever seen the show.
Yes, but wait, I totally missed the joke.
Okay. No, it's all good.
Totally missed the joke. Sorry.
It's with D'Angelo Vickers, and he's like, look at me. I'm juggling. I'm juggling. Throw me another one.
Okay.
Yes.
I was so serious about juggling that I didn't even catch the joke.
That's okay. Most people don't get my joke anyway, so that's all good. Alyssa, where can people look you up at?
So I'm on all social media at AYY_Marino, and my Patreon, patreon.com/Let's Get Cereal, youtube.com/Let's Get Cereal. Those are the main places where you can find me.
There we go. Check out Alyssa Marino everywhere. Catch up on those videos because they're really fun.
Thank you.
At least I think so.
I appreciate
for what my opinion counts for. They're really fun. They're really good. Thank you. And guys, if you like interviews like this with Alyssa Marino, because I got to let her go because she's got a busy night here at the Diamond Cup here at Generation Championship Wrestling, make sure you stay tuned in here to Tone In Entertainment for future videos.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.